Alright guys, first place deck profile of the night. You know him, I know him. The master of the meta, tyrant of tier 1, Mr. James K. Playing...
This is not even tier 1, what the... I'm not playing virtual, the deck sucks.
You're saying...
I'm playing Invoked Eldlich, because I don't like meta decks. Or meta. And I'm tired of Drytron. So, for monsters, it's 3 Alistair the Invoker. Konami, please don't hit him. I like this deck. That's probably gonna go though. And then 2 Lord. And then 3 Souls. So this list is kind of like, it's almost very or identical to the guy that got top in the Extravaganza with this. I like the concept, and I got tired of playing like decks like Virtual World and Drytron, because Drytron loses to like a single draw unlock, your hand's garbage, and then yeah, I mean you can lose the draw unlock in this deck, but you also have Eldlich cards, so it stops you from losing. And then I play Fleur de Ris instead of like Oracle or Illusionist, just because like if you summon this, it's a free 3k basically. So if it comes up, it comes up. And then the Dragoon bricks. And then for hand traps, I played 6. I played 3 Nibiru and 3 Ash. Draw unlock's not that broken or prevalent in our meta, because no one plays Drytron here, and of the virtual players, none of them have Pot of Prosperity, so you can't really like kill them off of hitting draw off a pot, so I decided. For spells, it's 3 of the Meltdowns. This card is nuts. Makes your opponent cannot respond to the summon of or fusion monsters, and cannot negate fusion spells or traps. And then 3 Curse Elden. It's Eldlich. 2 Invocation, and then the 1 Red Eyes Fusion, which I drew uncomfortably amount of times today. So Verte was like never being summoned. And then the guy that topped, he played a Terraforming White and Black Awakening, and I just decided to play 3 Pot of Prosperity instead. It's mainly just for game 1. After game 1, I side them out. So easy side out cards. Help me dig through, grab Eldlich cards after I've searched, or after I've summoned my Invoked Fusion or Dragoon, etc. And then 3 Droplet. This could have been anything, they could have just not been in the deck, but I fear, what do I fear? Like Dragoon? I don't know how my deck beats Dragoon without dropletting it, which is weird because my deck is a Dragoon deck. And then 1 Call by Grave. And then the Eldlich card, the Eldlich traps, 3 each. Felt the grind game, need them, came up. Especially because I like to draw 2 of 1, so yeah. Field Center, tokens, rest in peace Potato Girl, tokens, bring back events Konami, I'm tired. Links, 1 Link Spider, 1 whatever, I can't read upside down, Maiden, and then 1 Almirage. This I wasn't a big fan of, but a lot of times I just banished it for the pot, so yeah. Link 2s, Blocker. I never thought this would ever come up, and it actually came up today, so that was cool. Verte, and then Phoenix. And then for Link 3s, Unicorn and the Blackluster. This card is broken. Literally tells a lot of people they just can't play Yugioh. For the Invoked Fusions, 1 Kaliga, 1 Raijin, 1 Purgatrio, 1 Agoides, 2 Makabas, and then the Dragoon. Side deck. I only sided in 9 of the 15 cards today. Sided in Lancias against the Mirror, or the 2 half mirrors where I played 1 Eldlich and 1 Invoked. I never saw either of them. Well, actually, I lied. I saw one, but I used it for Droplet and send it to grave to negate a Zexal. 3 draw, which I saw today, which like won me the matchup to the mirror like immediately. Except for he still made a Mechaba. My hands are always dumb nutty. Like I always draw like Alistair and like an invocation, so I'll normal summon the Alistair like against the mirror. They'll negate and banish it with like Makaba, but they'll like discard their Alistair, and I'm just like, okay, cool. Activate invocation from hand. It's the same thing. I just don't surge. And then 2 Cosmics and a Harpy. This is for like random Floodgate decks or Zexal, I guess, because this hits this spell. 3 Dark Ruler, no more. Dragoon. Like, the guy that top of the deck explained having 6 copies of basically the same card is really nice. And then 3 Summon Limits. This is the only thing he didn't play, and I haven't sided him in yet, so I don't know. Could be good, they could be bad.
Alright. Best match of the night, worst match of the night.
Like, best as in like...
Well, you're a fun match of the night for you, and then the not so fun match of the night for you.
I didn't play you, right? Oh, I played Flash. Funnest matchup is the Invoked mirrors, because even if they go first, like the chances of them winning going first is low if they're only playing 1 engine, and he only saw 1 engine both games. Yeah. And then grindiest, harder matchup is like any mirrors involving this stuff, because then they keep playing and you keep playing. So the goal for this deck is to just like get rid of the lords as fast as possible and then just kill them. Either this thing they can't play.
Alright, so it is banlist season. 1 card you want gone, 1 card you want back.
Yeah, definitely that. What I'm sick of seeing in every like major event in like the early rounds is like Virtual World, and it's not that it's because it's annoying and hard to get rid of. It's just that it's not a skillful deck, I want to say. Like you can fumble your way through into a VFD if your opponent has 1 to 2 hand traps. So I'd rather have more interacting decks, whereas VFD is not very interactive and not very fun, hence very fun dragon. For things I would like to come off the list, my choices are difficult because the cards that I want to come off the list, there have to be cards that get banned. I'd love for Orcus to get their starter back in the form of Harpor. Danglong should never come back because we'll use it and that'll be an issue. Upstart Goblin? Oh, no. Nightmare Goblin? No. I feel like if we ever bring back Harpor, we can never bring back Mermaid. So... Mermaid can never come back. Mermaid's just too degenerate. I'd like to see Maxi come back.
To 3?
Have to go to 3 though. It can't be like a 1 or a 2 of. I mean, a 2 of maybe, but like it's one of those cards where Konami either needs to put a 0 or 3 in it. It's been gone for too long, and I guess like Virtual World, that would actually solve a problem because then they wouldn't be able to super extend, because then they have to fear of their opponent having Droplet plus a trap. Because
how do you feel about the snub called by the grave? Do you think we should get that?
Oh, Crossout? I think we should get that in the next main set. If not, then Call by the Grave should go back to 3. Because, like I said, the issue with the meta is Virtual World is strong, but not the best deck. It's just harder for off decks to play. Like, Mermails can't play. Orcus can't really play. Because you call 1 type and the whole deck gets shut off. Whereas, if they ban Cloud Castle and put VFD to 1, I can see it more, like, more balanced, because you can hit the VFD. Like Gamma. If there's 2 VFDs, you can't do it.
Alright. Alright guys, that's the last deck profile of the night. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to our host 8 Moves Ahead. And until next time, don't forget to scoop in the office.